Here we go. The truth. The truth is agreement between mind and reality. Black people have submitted to a colonialization that never have and never will be in their best of interests. They, the blacks, must as a whole break away from these conditions by all means necessary. They must establish their very own national empire. Blacks as well as anyone else have people of all walks of life, and something must be done now about it to help them all. What we need is a NAAAP, a National Association for the Advancement of All People. Blacks are in a nation that is at a constant deteriorating level. Together, blacks have more power than anybody in the world. Let's face it, the world in its economical situation is at a total standstill. Every nation of the people in the world have been counted for, but the American so-called blacks. With the world in its economical stalemate as it is, whatever side the blacks fall on is going to win, no doubt. But the blacks will need a better understanding of present-day situations in America and a recognition of their own relationships to it. For they have a heritage that the whole entire world knows about, and they, the blacks, know nothing of. They must first drop their colonialized ways of thinking and catch up to where they really are in the world. Yes, it does sound like I'm saying to stop partying on Friday and Saturday, to quit depriving yourself of a better life, to quit taking from your brothers and sisters, to build each other up and quit saying it won't work. It won't work because you didn't do your part to make it work. When you take these and other things into your immediate consideration, you will find that the parties have gotten bigger and better, because then you would have meant it the way you wanted it to be. Tighten up, don't lighten up. The time has come to quit, and I do mean quit building something that is of no value to you or your people. Doing things for people who care not if you or your people survive is no good. Anyone who would rather spend thousands and thousands of dollars to keep you down than give you a dollar if they thought it would help you up has committed a serious crime upon you and your people. The mind is the strongest weapon in the world, for it makes weapons to destroy weapons. And with our mind all unified as one, we can cancel out anything irrelevant to black people and to all people, because someone always see the answer to whatever the problem is on every turn. I once was thinking of a point that when the things you see and want to be make one think about all that history, working for what keeps you poor when you feel your life supposed to be a glory. But first, before you get to see that, you got to be no more. Who told this to man? Why do I got to die to get what's already here? I'll never understand. That's like when it gets to the black issue, America is asked to do something about it if we got more important issues to deal with, or we're in a recession, or we got a very large deficit. We the deficit. Well, America, I just want to ask questions so that I can understand you clearly. Number one, who do we owe? Number two, who's bad enough to try to come and collect from us? And number three, what's going to happen if we don't pay? Ooh-wee. Well, I started that poem but couldn't finish it because it began to sound silly, although it really tells the truth about the life of an average black person in America in feelings, thoughts, and desire. But it shows also that life in America is being controlled by how one can be affected by another person's way of thinking, causing that person to inject hurt, pain, and sorrow into themselves without receiving any punch whatsoever, but wishing that they had received something to justify what it was that was happening to them. They did not know nor understand just what it was that we as black people were up against, so they just continued to have situations that were over their head in comprehension. So in closing, I ask, how much does it cost to be free? For I myself feel that the price should be paid at any cost. But in the meantime, I'm still trying to figure out how the price of wheat went up when all you got to do is put a seed in the ground. So see, what do I know? Answer, nothing. But it's time for you and I to get our minds together, for it costs nothing to be free but the release of a thought. For in the beginning, the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and a voice in the dark said, "Let there be light." And from that day on, there has been night and day, and everything God created, He made 1 equal 1 equal 1 equal 1 equal, etc. Which means in order to lead, one must know how to follow, so that if one is in doubt, one may ask, "Where thou leading me to?" God bless our love.